Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jason. I want to show you how to change a turn signal bulb in a Chevrolet Impala. It's a 2010, so a lot of these cars are going to have the same kind of tail light. I have a 2006 also, and it's got the same tail light assembly. So right offhand, I don't know what the year range that this body style runs, but we'll show you how to get that changed, okay? So to clarify, I've never done this before, and let's just go ahead and look at this. So this is my assumption, okay? So there's this plastic piece that runs right here. All right, so see, there's a little plastic nut right here that's gonna anchor the taillight assembly in place. Now, if you go back in here behind this carpet, there's another one. So I don't know if there's more than that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this little head up here. It holds this plastic piece on that runs all the way across the bottom, and there's another one right here. Y'all, please forgive the junk that's in the trunk. I got junk in the trunk. So it's always unpredictable. You open one of our trunks, you never know what you're gonna find in there. So I'm gonna take this plastic piece off so I'll have better access, so I can move this carpet back out of the way easier. Okay, that's just what I'm gonna try. Maybe there might be an easier way to do that, but this is what we're gonna do this time. Okay, so I could take a small screwdriver to that, but I can also just take my finger, I can turn on it like this. Okay, I don't need a screwdriver. So it may take a little longer, but it's gonna be okay. So this is what the thing looks like. Appears there's no threads in it. So the threads must be on the piece that it screws onto. And it's got these little pieces that stick in on the inside. So I guess this kind of screws onto some threaded piece, almost like a nut, with this mushroom part here to hold it onto it. Okay, so I've got the one out on this other side, and you can see the head of the bolt that it screws onto. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wiggle on this thing and wiggle it up place, okay? That way I've got more access to easily pull this carpet back. Okay, that way I'm exposing both of these nuts here. And that appears like, oh, there's not one under the bottom. So it's take these two loose, and the taillight assembly is gonna come off. Now, it will still have wires from the wiring harnesses screwed into it. Okay, so it's not just gonna fall off the car, it's still gonna have stuff connected to it. Just loosen these things up like this. They've never been taken loose. This is a 2010, first time I've ever done anything to the taillights. Okay, I'm gonna take these all the way off, but I don't want this taillight to fall out since currently I'm taking care of this video by myself. Okay, so both of them have been removed. And they appear to be snug. I guess there's not another one. Oh, there is another one. The other one is up top. Okay, so I told you wrong. Take that one loose too. Right up here. So there's three of them holding it in place. So you got two different kind. This one right here, where the little fingers here are bent down, that's the one closest to the inside of the trunk. And the other two are the ones closer to the outer part of the car. So now this may be a little bit more difficult with just me, but look, you can push on it. Okay. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. I'm just gonna have it, see how it's separating. I'm gonna take this thing off in my hand. See, those are the bolts that stick through the wall of the car. They're attached to this housing, and there's gonna be a wiring harness screwed into it. And this is the bulb right here that we're replacing. I hope the bulb number's on it, because I'm not sure what bulb number I need. I may have to get one. I do have some bulbs, and I hope it's the one I think it is. Okay, so I've just pulled it straight out. I've got it in my hand. And this top one here is the one that's out, and what this is going to do, this is going to twist and wiggle it out, okay? So I'm going to take that bulb out and see if there's a bulb number on it. If not, I think I know which one it is. And I have some that I inherited from my dad. So let's check that out. I'm going to have to use both hands for this. So here's the thing. You don't want to pull this out by the bulb. I'll go ahead and tell you. You want to try and grip a hold of this black part and wiggle it out, okay? And whenever you put a new one in, try not to put your fingers on the bulb too. Also try and get it in by just the black part and maybe push on the ends of it with the ends of your fingers. I've just always heard it's not really good to be putting your hands all over these bulbs. Not health-wise, but good for the health of the bulb. So you always hear about people talking about bulb grease. Well, this is from the factory, and they did use bulb grease when they put this in. So basically what it is it's called dielectric grease. They try and whenever you buy light bulbs, they try and sell you a little bitty pack of it. And almost every time you try and buy light bulbs, they want to sell you a little bitty pack of it. I don't know what they charge for that pack, but you know, you can buy it by the tube. And if you've got a toolbox or a toolkit or something like that, you can just go ahead and buy that tube and you can use it many times. It comes in a little gray tube. It's called dielectric grease. That's all it is. And it will work great, and you'll be able to use it over and over and put the cap back on and reseal it, and not just be using this little bitty pack of grease that they've overcharged you for at the checkout at the parts store. Okay, I think I know which bulb this is, and I'm gonna go check and see if it's some of the ones I have. I think it's well, I'm not even gonna say because it could be wrong, but I'm gonna look it up and I'll verify it's the right one, and I'll get back with you. Y'all, if you don't have the bulb with you, you don't want to just leave this thing hanging there by the wiring harnesses. Just kind of set it back in place and go get your bulb or whatever you need, and then you could come back and put that in, okay? All right, well, here we are and some stuff that I got from my dad. And this is the taillight bulb. I found a website that shows what bulbs go everywhere on that car and what year models that applies to. And I'm going to post some pictures of that, or either post a link to that website in the description. We'll see how this video goes when I get to editing it. But I'm going to take some screenshots of it maybe and put it in the video, or just put a link, like I said. So I'm going to take one of these bulbs and go put it in. I want to go get some dielectric grease out of my shop, and we're going to use that when we put this back in there. Okay, here we go. We got some dielectric tune-up grease. And this is what we're going to use instead of bulb grease. It's the same thing, okay? So it's just a protectant to keep moisture and stuff from getting in there on the terminals. And we're going to look in there and see how they applied it before. We're going to do the same thing. Well, it's fun trying to make a video by yourself. So look in here. See how they applied it before? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to apply it to the terminals on the bulb. Okay, and we're going to push it right in there, and we're not going to put any greasy fingers or anything on that light bulb. Okay, that's not going to be good for it. All right, we're only going to touch the black part. So you see how I got it on here. Now I'm going to put it back in the socket. Wow, y'all, I just had 2 phone calls in the course of trying to do this, and I'm standing here with its taillight assembly up against my body and holding this light bulb in with one finger. Anyway, so yes, it is impossible to try and put a bulb in without touching it, but you want to push on this bulb and try to push it in. So what I advise, when you get it to this point, when you get the thing put in, what you want to do is you want to take both your thumbs up against it right here, like one on this side and one on the other side. And you got this little clamp there on this side, and one on the other side, little metal piece that's going to click in place in the groove on this bulb. At least this one has a groove. I'm not sure if the one I took out of there, it has a groove in it too. So I'm going to use both my thumbs, and I'm going to push in on each side of this. metal clamp is. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so stick it in this hole. Line everything up right. Which I don't know if I can do one-handed. My goodness, something broke. Well, that's interesting. I gotta look into that. All right, well, let me get off the phone for a second. I don't know. It appeared to be a small piece of taillight assembly. Whatever, it'll be okay. We'll put it back in. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay, easy peasy. Put this thing back in place. So obviously this, and this, they go back in through these holes. Line everything up just right. And we're gonna put our nuts back on. Remember this one that was different? It goes on the one closest to us. And we'll put the other two back on. And we're gonna get everything put back together, okay? All right, y'all, I got all four of these put back on. The one up top, the one down low, and this one, I'm gonna test this taillight out before I put everything back together, okay? Hey, guess what? Looks like it works to me. Fantastic. Easy peasy, y'all. Get those turn signals changed. Let people know you're turning. Let's be safe out there. Y'all have a good one. I'll make sure to put that link in the description where I went to find all those, what all those bulb numbers are, okay? Later. Y'all have a good one. Where'd you think I was gonna leave you hanging? Okay, so there we go. I was starting to wonder if I was gonna take this back off or I could put that on there, but fortunately it's made well enough. Okay, so these things right here are what these screw onto, okay? So, and you got these holes through here. There's gonna be little clips on the bottom of this piece. All right, so I'm gonna snap this all back in place. Don't know if I can do it one-handed or not, but anyway, that's gonna go back into place. Those are gonna snap into these, and then we're gonna put these deals back on, okay? And that'll finish up the job. All right, y'all have a good one. Bye.